The most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. My works are like water. The works of the great masters are like wine, but everyone drinks water. Of all the animals, man is the only one that is cruel. He is the only one that inflicts pain for the pleasure of doing it. Man was made at the end of the week's work, when God was tired. Be careful about reading health books. You may die of a misprint. The noblest work of God, man. Who found it out? Man. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. The truth must be served like a coat and not thrown in the face like a wet towel. Circumstances make man, not man's circumstances. The average human being is a perverse creature, and when he isn't that, he is a practical joker. Let us live so that when we come to die, even the undertaker will be sorry. Everyone is a moon and has a dark side which he never shows to anybody. Clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence in society. There are no people who are quite so vulgar as the over-refined ones. If you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he will not bite you. This is the principal difference between a dog and man. Concerning the difference between man and the jackass, some observers hold that there isn't any. Such is the human race. Often it does seem such a pity that Noah didn't miss the boat. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that. But the really great make you feel that you, too, can become great. Man will do many things to get himself loved. He will do all things to get himself envied. Wrinkles should merely indicate where the smiles have been. Adam and Eve had many advantages, but the principal one was that they escaped teething. Some civilized women would lose half their charm without dress, and some would lose all of it. One frequently only finds out how really beautiful a beautiful woman is after considerable acquaintance with her. There is only one good sex, the female one. It takes much to convince the average man of anything, and perhaps nothing can ever make him realize that he is the average woman's inferior. No civilization can be perfect until exact equality between men and women is included. Take any type of woman, and you will find in it something to respect, something to admire, something to love. We lavish gifts upon children, but the most precious gift, our personal association, which means so much to them, we give grudgingly. A baby is an inestimable blessing and bother. After all these years, I see that I was mistaken about Eve in the beginning. It is better to live outside the garden with her than inside it without her. When you fish for love, bait with your heart, not your brain. You can't reason with your heart. It has its own laws and thumps about things which the intellect scorns. No woman or man really knows what perfect love is until they have been married a quarter of a century. Do right, and you will be conspicuous. A man should not be without morals. It is better to have bad morals than none at all. Be good, and you will be lonesome. Better a broken promise than none at all. I am an old man and have known a great many troubles, but most of them never happened. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence. Then success is sure. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. A banker is a fellow who lends you his umbrella when the sun is shining, but wants it back the minute it begins to rain. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. To get the full value of joy, you must have someone to divide it with. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. Virtue has never been as respectable as money. Few things are harder to put up with than the annoyance of a good example. Nothing so needs reforming as other people's habits. A man may have no bad habits and have worse. We can secure other people's approval if we do it right and try hard. But our own is worth 100 of it, and no way has been found out of securing that. Always obey your parents when they are present. This is the best policy in the long run, because if you don't, they will make you. The human race has only one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant I could hardly stand to have the old man around. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much the old man had learned in 7 years. A sin takes on new and real terrors when there seems a chance that it is going to be found out. The more things are forbidden, the more popular they become. In order to make a man or a boy covet a thing, it is only necessary to make the thing difficult to attain. Only two things we'll regret on deathbed: that we are little loved and little traveled. Always acknowledge fault frankly. This will throw those in authority off guard and give you an opportunity to make a choice. Conscience takes up more room than all the rest of a person's insides. There are several good protections against temptations, but the surest is cowardice. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Eat a live frog first thing in the morning, and nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day. Never argue with a fool. Onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. There are not enough morally brave men in stock. We are out of moral courage material. To believe yourself brave is to be brave. It is better to deserve honors and not have them than to have them and not deserve them. When people do not respect us, we are sharply offended. Yet in his private heart, no man respects himself much. Human pride is not worthwhile. There is always something lying in wait to take the wind out of it. By trying, we can easily learn to endure adversity. Man will do many things to get himself loved. He will do all things to get himself envied. The universal brotherhood of man is our most precious possession, what there is of it. When I was younger, I could not remember anything, whether it had happened or not. But my faculties are decayed now, and soon I shall be, so I cannot remember any but the things that never happened. It is sad to go to pieces like this, but we all have to do it. Noise proves nothing. Often a hen who has laid an egg cackles as if she had laid an asteroid. Loyalty to petrified opinions never yet broke a chain or freed a human soul. There is no character, howsoever good and fine, but it can be destroyed by ridicule, however poor and witless. The secret source of humor itself is not joy but sorrow. Chastity. It can be carried too far. Modesty died when clothes were born. Honesty. The best of all the lost arts. Each race determines for itself what indecencies are. Nature knows no indecencies. Man invents them. When angry, count to 4. When very angry, swear. We begin to swear before we can talk. In certain trying circumstances, urgent circumstances, desperate circumstances, profanity furnishes a relief denied even to prayer. Grief can take care of itself, but to get full value of a joy, you must have somebody to divide it with. Loyalty to country always. Loyalty to government when it deserves it. Be careless in your dress if you must, but keep a tidy soul. Prosperity is the best protector of principle. One of the proofs of the immortality of the soul is that myriads have believed in it. They have also believed the world was flat. If I cannot swear in heaven, I shall not stay there. There is no sadder sight than a young pessimist. It is a wise child that knows its own father, and an unusual one that unreservedly approves of him. The man who is a pessimist before 48 knows too much. If he is an optimist after it, he knows too little. At $0, a man can be an ass without being an optimist, but not an optimist without being an ass. Buy land. They're not making it anymore. Pessimist, the optimist who didn't arrive. A person with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. Whatever a man's age, he can reduce it by several years by putting a bright-colored flower in his buttonhole. We have permanent habits until we are 40. Then they begin to harden. Presently, they petrify. Then business begins. We should be careful to get out of an experience only the wisdom that is in it, and stop there. Whoever has lived long enough to find out what life is knows how deep a debt of gratitude we owe to Adam, the first great benefactor of our race. He brought death into the world. The lack of money is the root of all evil. When in doubt, tell the truth. All say, "How hard is it that we have to die?" A strange complaint coming from the mouths of people who have had to live. Truth is the most valuable thing we have. Let us economize it. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know, because I've done it thousands of times. No real gentleman will tell the naked truth in the presence of the ladies. Honesty is the best policy when there is money in it. Some people lie when they tell the truth. I tell the truth, lying. As by the fire of experience, so by commission of crime, you learn real morals. I never could tell a lie that anyone would doubt, nor a truth that anyone would believe. An honest man in politics shines more than he would elsewhere. When your friends begin to flatter you on how young you look, it's a sure sign you're getting old. A lie can travel halfway around the world, while the truth is putting its shoes on. One of the striking differences between a cat and a lie is that a cat has only 9 lives. A truth is not hard to kill. A lie told well is immortal. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. There are 869 different forms of lying, but only one of them has been squarely forbidden. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. I can't stand George Eliot and Hawthorne and those people. I see what they are at 100 years before they get to it, and they just tire me to death. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. I have made it a rule never to smoke more than 1 cigar at a time. It is the little conveniences that make the real comfort of life. 24 years ago, I was strangely handsome. The remains of it still visible through the rifts of time. To be busy is man's only happiness. The exercise of an extraordinary gift is the supremest pleasure in life. Do not put off till tomorrow what can be put off till day after tomorrow just as well. There are people who can do all fine and heroic things but one: keep from telling their happiness to the unhappy. Against the assault of laughter, nothing can stand. There is no such thing as a new joke. When red-headed people are above a certain social grade, their hair is auburn. It is human to exaggerate the merits of the dead. The man with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. Thunder is good. Thunder is impressive. But it is the lightning that does the work. I like a good story well told. That is the reason I am sometimes forced to tell them myself. Unexpected money is a delight. The same sum is a bitterness when you expect more. Words are like keys. If you choose them right, they can open any heart and shut any mouth. When you build in silence, people don't know what to attack. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Be selfish with your time. A lot of people don't deserve it. Silence is the best answer to someone who doesn't value your words. Turn your wounds into wisdom. If you only walk on sunny days, you'll never reach your destination. People inspire you, or they drain you. Pick them wisely. Fear is temporary. Regret is forever. Your future needs you. Your past doesn't. One day, the people that don't even believe in you will tell everyone how they met you. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Allow yourself to be a beginner. No one starts off being excellent. The quieter you become, the more you can hear. Do it alone. Do it broke. Do it tired. Do it scared. Just do it. Don't get burned twice by the same flame. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. Worrying about losing is losing before you begin. Excuses make today easier, but tomorrow harder. Discipline makes today hard, but tomorrow easier. As long as you are alive, no obstacle is permanent. Your struggle is part of your story. You only fail when you stop trying. Don't give up. You are closer than you think. Be teachable. You're not always right. Sometimes being alone is the best medicine to your soul. We fall, we break, we fail, but then we rise, we heal, we overcome. Without rain, nothing grows. Learn to embrace the storm of your life. Sacrifice a few years of comfort for decades of freedom. Have patience. All things are difficult before they become easy. The meaning of life is to give life meaning. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Never make a permanent decision based on temporary feelings. If you get tired, learn to rest, not to quit. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Stop waiting for the right time. Time isn't waiting for you. You do not find a happy life. You make it. As you know, life is an echo. We get what we give. Hardship often prepares an ordinary person for an extraordinary destiny. Positive thinking will let you do everything better than negative thinking will. Every day is a new beginning. Treat it that way. Stop thinking about what might have been and start looking at what can be. Whatever you are, be a good one. The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. Life has many different chapters for us. One bad chapter doesn't mean it's the end of the book. Self-care mindset. I never lose. Either I win or I learn. Normality is a paved road. It's comfortable to walk, but no flowers grow there. Your comfort zone will destroy your dreams. Train your mind to be calm in every situation. You only pass through this life once. You don't come back for an encore. Your past is a place to learn and grow, not a place to live. Don't rush the process. Trust it. Great things take time. Big dreams require healthy habits, and healthy habits require self-discipline. Be proud. You survived the days you thought you couldn't. You are at your strongest when you are calm. If you stay positive in a negative situation, you win. Move in silence. Only speak when it's time to say, checkmate. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Stop calling it a dream. Start calling it a plan. Take a deep breath. It's just a bad day, not a bad life. Train your mind to see the good in everything. Fall 7 times. Stand up 8. If you believe it will work out, you'll see opportunities. If you believe it won't, you will see obstacles. Remain focused. Your time is coming. If you don't try, nothing will ever happen. Judge no one. Just improve yourself. Train your mind to be stronger than your feelings. Don't give up on yourself. There's a reason why you started. Be obsessed with becoming the best version of yourself. Win in your mind, and you will win in your reality. Making mistakes is better than faking perfections. Don't change your vibe to fit in someone else's life. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. A warrior is someone who gets up even when he can't. There is no growth without pain. Being alone is a power very few can handle. Accept what is. Let go of what was. Have faith in what will be. If you control your thoughts, you control your life. Do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. The calmer you are, the clearer you think. Move with strategy, not emotion. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Don't allow your emotions to overpower your intelligence. Confidence is built by facing what you fear. A calm mind makes a wiser decision. Look forward with hope, not backwards with regret. The best things are yet to come. Trust yourself. Don't complain. Rebuild yourself. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. The quality of your thinking determines the quality of your life. Nobody is coming to save you. Get up. Be your own hero. Patience is power. Discipline converts your dreams into reality. Turn the pain into power. The moment when you want to quit is the moment when you need to keep pushing. Control your thoughts, or your thoughts will control you. Become a ghost. Forget attention. Just grow in private. Expectations can mentally destroy you. Push yourself to be your best. No one else is going to do it for you. Let your past make you better, not bitter. Focus on improving yourself, not proving yourself. Your time is your most precious asset. Don't waste it. If you can build muscle, you can build a mindset. Don't overshare. Privacy is power. Control your emotions. Learn to react less. Don't call it a problem. Instead, call it a challenge. Believing in yourself is the first secret of success. A negative mind will never give you a positive life. Don't count the days. Make the days count. Two things define you: your patience when you have nothing, and your attitude when you have everything. If you can stay positive in a negative situation, you win. Your greatest asset in the world is your mindset. Don't quit. Nothing lasts forever, not even pain. The way you speak to yourself matters the most. There is no growth without discomfort. Keep it private until it's permanent. Never tolerate disrespect, not even from yourself. Better days are coming. Be patient. No regrets in life, just lessons learned. You don't need more time. You need less distractions. Fix your thoughts. Fix your life. Everyone leaves. Learn how to survive alone. Value your peace of mind. You can't reach what's in front of you until you let go of what's behind you. Don't blame the distraction. Improve your focus. Before you act, decide. Before you decide, think. Before you think, focus. One day you will thank yourself for not giving up. Your failure does not define you. Your persistence does. Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. Your comfort zone is killing your potential. Take the risk or lose the chance. Be obsessed with improving yourself. To be the best, you must be able to handle the worst. Words without action mean nothing. Your only limit is you. Judge no one. Just improve yourself. Failure is the greatest teacher. Accept what you can't change. Change what you can't accept. When you learn to survive without anyone, you can survive anything. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Don't regret the past. Just learn from it. Give love to all, hatred to none. Change the world by being yourself. Die with memories, not dreams. Aspire to inspire before you expire. Everything you can imagine is real. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Whatever you do it well. Tough times never last, but tough people do. Problems are not stop signs. They are guidelines. Have enough courage to start and enough heart to finish. Determine your priorities and focus on them. Be so good they can't ignore you. Dream as if you'll live forever. Live as if you'll die today. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. Just do it. Don't you know your imperfections are a blessing? Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. There is no substitute for hard work. What consumes your mind controls your life. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of who you are. The time is always right to do what is right. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Life becomes easier when you learn to accept the apology you never got. Happiness depends upon ourselves. If the world was blind, how many people would you impress? You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Not how long, but how well you have lived is the main thing. If life were predictable, it would cease to be life and be without flavor. The big lesson in life is never be scared of anyone or anything. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. Everything negative, pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity for you to rise. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. The healthiest response to life is joy. Keep calm and carry on. The greatest pleasure of life is love. Life is about making an impact, not making an income. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. Be happy for this moment. This moment is your life. Life is short, and it is here to be lived. It is our choices that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. The best way to predict your future is to create it. There are no mistakes, only opportunities. Life is like a coin. You can spend it any way you wish, but you only spend it once. As you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands, one for helping yourself, the other for helping others. Sometimes you can't see yourself clearly until you see yourself through the eyes of others. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. In the end, some of your greatest pains become your greatest strengths. Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. who will make you better. Today, you have 100% of your life left. Nobody who ever gave his best regretted it. Make each day your masterpiece. If things go wrong, don't go with them. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Positive anything is better than negative nothing. To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. Every accomplishment starts with the decision to try. Not all those who wander are lost. Try not to become a man of success. Rather become a man of value. Begin, be bold, and venture to be wise. Inwardly, everything should be different, but our outward face should conform with the crowd. Anyone who can make you angry becomes your master. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. Be like the cliff against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it. Nature hath given men one tongue but 2 ears, that we may hear from others twice as much as we speak. People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of one thing, in which it is right to be stingy. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. Until we have begun to go without them, we fail to realize how unnecessary many things are. We've been using them not because we needed them, but because we had them. If a man knows not which port he sails, no wind is favorable. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. Here is a rule to remember in future. When anything tempts you to feel bitter, not this is misfortune, but to bear this worthily is good fortune. Man conquers the world by conquering himself. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Difficulty shows what men are. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. Death smiles at us all. All we can do is smile back. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Nothing endures but change. A person's worth is measured by the worth of what he values. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. No man was ever wise by chance. He who is brave is free. Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. The willing are led by fate, the reluctant dragged. What we do now echoes in eternity. While we wait for life, life passes. The one who puts the finishing touches on their life each day is never short of time. It's time you realize that you have something in you more powerful and miraculous than the things that affect you and make you dance like a puppet. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Be silent for the most part, or, if you speak, say only what is necessary in a few words. All cruelty springs from weakness. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life. Whatever can happen at any time can happen today. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it.